So I wrote this poem about the North Dakota Access Pipeline. In order to bring healing to this land in this modern-day Indian war, we beg for a leader whose feet are rooted amongst the brown mountains rather than with white nightsticks. Although restoring this ground is not dependent, nor has it ever been dependent of this man you call a president, these tribal nations are curing this land, its waters, its air, and with or without presidential knowledge, they act upon this right without apology. Water is no one's enemy. Acknowledge that this pipeline, this sense of violation, disempowerment, and lack of justice is a front of struggle showcased by this protest in a long erased and forgotten war against First Nations people. Water is no one's enemy, a war that has been active since initial approach, waged without rupture in efforts to bear circumstances of this anti-Native society. Largely unnoticed by white supremacy's law of the land stolen from under their feet, the feet sown into centuries worth of pain and suffering, and still, water is no one's enemy in the struggle with violence and colonization, painted together as if inevitable. Religious leaders assemble together as water protectors are dragged from prayer. We ask that they protect, or better yet, act on behalf of our collective future instead of their small-minded bank accounts and empty campaigns. We ask that despite increase in violence response, we follow the water's rhythm like we did its drums and remain non-violent. We ask that you recognize the risks that our opposition poses as an instrument whose melody waltzed its way into international law 40 years ago on the same reserve we are fighting for today. Although these protectors, trespassers, Indians, whites, and blacks may be attacked by grenades and rubber bullets, their scars will remain and begin the same revolution that brought an environmental argument on the effects of Stephen Harper's heavy burning oils. We turn our heads to the one ready to sacrifice lives for money in his pocket and strong towers built on broke families and discriminative politics. But treaty rights will always remain living and sacred obligations. It is the most powerful, nonviolent weapon, and honoring this treaty is not simply a long overdue moral and legal duty, but a stable climate depends on it.